Well, Mr. Ranger, it says we're live. We're L-I-V-E. I better pour me a cup of coffee. Cup of coffee. Get this coffee morning, this groovy coffee morning started. Oh, yeah. Look at that coffee. Coffee, coffee. Coffee. Coffee in the old VW bus. Man, oh 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 man. A little creamer. A little creamer. Hazelnut creamer. And get me a stir, something to stir this. Yeah. Oh, yes. Good morning, everybody. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip and groovy. Totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. I'm waking up with a little bit of a headache. I don't know why I got a headache. Well, I might know why I have a headache. I might know. I don't know if it's the dealio, but yesterday, yours truly, about 1 o'clock or so, 1:30, I decided I was going to drink some coffee and have one of those energy shots, one of those 5. Big mistake. Big mistake. I went to sleep on my normal time last night, but I woke up with a pounding headache. It felt like a freight train was just rolling through my head. Oh, that coffee. So good. So good this morning. So yeah, I woke up, it was about 1:30, and I had a gnarly headache. And kind of stuck it out a little bit because I have no Tylenol. And I went back to sleep. I went back to bed. And then I woke up and it was subsided a little bit. It kind of went away. It still lingered around. So I went through my medicine, but my first aid kit and found some aspirin. So I took some aspirin. And hopefully that's going to fix the dealio as they say. So, So yeah, it dropped down to 17 degrees in my neck of the woods. 17 degrees. So that's cold. It's cold outside. And everything, I got everything like, you see that? I got everything made so it holds the heat in here a lot better. I draped off the cab area from the sleeping area. Got my coffee there. Yeah, it's a little on the cluttered side, but it's okay. It's warm in here. It's super duper warm in here. But yeah, my little heater down here, it just chugged all night long. Just kind of chugged. It kept it just under 70. I have it set for 70. It kept it about 65, 67 degrees in here. Eventually, I'd like to get me one of those heaters. Hey, good morning, Shelby. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip and groovy. Totally hip and groovy. In your neck of the woods, grab yourself a cup of coffee. Join me this morning here in the old VW bus for some kind talk and some kind coffee. So yeah, I was just saying my old space heater is starting to show its age. I'm going to have to invest in another one soon. It dropped down to 17 degrees here in my neck of the woods last night. 17 degrees. The old heater kept on chugging. But I'm going to have to eventually get one pretty soon. I'd like to get one that has a timer on it so I can set the time to come on like at 5:10 or 5:15, and so it'll be warm in the bus when I get off work and climb in the bus. Oh, coffee's so good. Coffee. So yeah, yesterday at work was a groovy day at work. Some parts kind of lingered on, some parts went fast. Good old coffee. Good old coffee. I guess I guess Shelby went to go grab her a cup of coffee. And we'll make her some. Would you go make some coffee, Shelby? You make you some coffee. Cray cray girl. Cray cray girl? Shelby's cray cray girl. Hope I'm saying it right. Oh, so yeah. I can't believe it's Wednesday. Like, it feels like a Tuesday. It should be Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. Wednesday. Already. 2017 is almost over. Man, it's been a quick year. It flew by quick. I moved down here to Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City area. I lived here in Oklahoma City area back in the 90s, from 97 all the way to 2004. And I moved back to Ponca City, to help out with the family business. And then in 2010 I moved to California. I was like, well, I'm gonna move back to California. That's where I'm from originally. I gave myself 6 months. 6 months to make it, because when I moved back to California, I didn't have a job. I didn't have no job to go to, no career to interview with. I just up and moved to California because I wanted to move back. And I gave myself 6 months. 6 months to get my act together in California, get a job, get an apartment, and all that jazz. And it took me almost 4.5 months to get a job. 4.5 months to get a job. But what's funny is, yours truly I used to have long hair. Like long hair. And the day I cut my hair, or the day after I cut my hair, I got a job. Like, I was hired immediately. Even though a lot of the places I went to, I combed my hair back, and tied my hair into a ponytail, but that was unacceptable in a lot of places. So yeah, that was the last time I had long hair. I haven't had my hair long since then, but a lot of people see my old pictures and be like, geez, you look completely different. So yeah, the Christmas season is over with. We have New Year's coming up in a few days. My big plans for New Year's is I'm going to spend it with my mom. I need to go down to Ponca or to my mom's place and get the Christmas lights down. That's my plan. I won't leave until probably Saturday, and the reason is I have to get Ranger Dog medicine. His Ranger Dog medicine. And Saturday is going to be the only day I can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll go down, get up Saturday morning and go get his medicine, and then head down to my mom's. And then Sunday I'll get up, New Year's Eve day, I'll get up and I'll take down all of her Christmas lights and whatnot, get those put up for the year. Celebrate New Year's. And then New Year's Day, that Monday, I will be coming back, because last night when I got back after work to the bus, I still had to get all my stuff out of the car that I had washed and cleaned and packed into the bus and get the bus warmed up, because it was so cold last night. So cold. Yeah, a lot of people are off this week, are not working. A lot of places were not working yesterday. Excuse me. I still have my lingering cough, but other than that, I'm on my way to feeling good. Hey, good morning, Tampa J. I'm feeling much better. I felt pretty decent yesterday. But this morning I woke up about 1:30 and I had a gnarly headache. Like, it felt like a freight train or somebody was playing bongo drums in my head. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And the only thing I can think of that caused it was my silly self yesterday decided I was gonna have one of those 5-hour energy drinks at 1 o'clock, or one of those shots, along with a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte drink. Well, I went to sleep on my normal time, 9:30, 9:15, 9:30, 9:15, 9:30ish, and I woke up at 1:30 just like boom, 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 boom. Like, it was not good. I didn't have any Tylenol, nothing like that. Yeah, probably that's what my friend James said. He was all worried that I wasn't gonna be able to go to sleep. My only worry was being hungry. Like, I want to make sure I have dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I don't eat much breakfast, but lunch and dinner close to the same time. So my only worry was not being hungry last night. But when I got back here, I didn't get back here until almost 6:15, and then my friend Kevin invited me over. He had a Christmas present for me. A Christmas present. Check this out. I gotta turn some lights on here. He had a Christmas present, the best Christmas present I could ask for, being a VW bus driver. Look at that. Ain't that cool? The History of a Passion. And that's what it is. It's a passion. History of a Passion. It has all these just wonderful, yes, awesome present. This has just the best pictures in the whole world. Like, and, good reading. I'm going to read it. I set up last night when I woke up around 1:30. Look at this ambulance. Ain't that cool? That ambulance is about $200,000 if you was to find one. There's not too many left in the whole world. I think there's like 3, maybe 4 here in America. And I'm pretty sure one of these are in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Because I've seen it there at a car show. Look at that's the inside. Yeah, it's a European, in Europe, man, a lot of people, a lot of things were utilized with the transporter, because that's what it was called, transporter, and that's what this book's about. They show the different things. Look at this, dude. This is cool. This is a customized one. Ain't that cool? So yeah, it's the history of all the buses that they had, and see, I'll show you something really cool. You're gonna like this. Okay, oops. This bus right here. These buses were made in Brazil all the way until 2006. Actually, 2013 they released a special edition of these. But they made these body styles all the way, technically, until 2013. And they have a radiator. They're water cooled. They have basically the engine that's in the new Bugs, the new Bugs you see cruising around, or the Jetta. They have the same engines that's in this is in the Jetta that I own. And they made these all the way up until 2013. You can't get these in the States. All about safety issue, because it's like it don't have airbags up front here, It still looks just like the regular old buses. That's what they are, the Type 2s. But they made these in Brazil all the way until 2013. And that's the radiator you see up front there. But yeah, it's a cool book, man. Like I said, I'm anxious to read through it. Look at this. This is a cool picture of a bus. Look at that. Can you imagine my bus doing that? They were all-terrain. This is actually a Syncro. Yeah, this is a whole... I used to have a book similar to this. Came out in 2012. This is a newer one. The one that I had came out in like 98 or 99. This is an old picture of all of the production line of the engines. Replicate the photo. Oh, the one of the bus driving up the rocks. Wow. Cheers, brother. I'm gonna have some more coffee here. I have the bus all made up so when it gets cold, because it's like 17 degrees right now. So when it gets super cold, outside, what I do is I'll set up this blanket here. I'll cut off the cab to keep the more heat this way. And of course I bring the topper down. I got everything just kind of, it's not so much cluttered, but it is cluttered. It's just organized chaos, I guess you can say. Well, almost dropped you guys. Sorry. So yeah, man, I'm just having my coffee, having my morning chit chat in the bus. I like doing these at my mom's house, but I felt weird because my mom she's not too hip about the videotaping. She don't really understand what I call my life. Yeah, that's what life is, brother, man. It technically is organized chaos, man, at its finest, you know. So we just gotta surf the waves with the chaos, man. My coffee, it's good. And you know what? My headache's going away, so that might have been from caffeine overload, brother. I got to pick up my friend James. He's my co-worker. The guy who's been showing me the ropes. So I got to pick him up on the way to work. I'll leave at 7, my normal time, and he's like 3 minutes off the freeway and then 3 minutes back to the freeway, so not bad at all. I'll pick him up. He's a cool guy. He's a real cool guy. He's been really nice to me. Everybody there has been super duper nice to me. So I'm anxious to get hired on permanently through the company. I just am. Yes, I am a gypsy. I like my gypsy ways. I like traveling and whatnot. But for now, since I'm 41 years old and I'm not getting younger, I figured, you know, I need something that has some sort of medical dealio, you know? Yeah. But see, that's not going to stop me from traveling. That means that you accumulate your days off or your paid vacation by like how many days you're there and not sick or not, you don't call in. So you accumulate those days. So let's say I get 2 weeks vacation within a year. 2 weeks. And so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to plan trips in the bus, you know, the Westphalia tours, you know, to different vloggers, different vlogging destinations. You know, I want to meet all my YouTube friends, you know, and all that jazz. All that jazz, you know. Cheers, brother. It's good coffee. Yeah. Well, you know, my life, when I got out of high school and went to junior college and all that, after college I kind of hung out in Oklahoma City. I just moved to Oklahoma City, worked different jobs. I worked from I was a repo man. I was all kinds of different. I've had just different jobs because I've liked the feeling of being able to go and do stuff when I needed to, you know, like I've always liked that feeling, especially even more so after I got this VW bus. I just started traveling more and more because in this bus, in this van, you can pull over anywhere and sleep, you know. It's just like anywhere is, you know, your beach is your backyard, the mountains is your front yard, you know. It's just how it works in this bus, you know. Right now, the Great Prairie is my backyard, my front yard. Well, man, you can do the same thing in a van, dude. I mean, if I know buses are hard to find nowadays, and they're getting to be more and more high dollar. But if I was today wanting to do, I'd be like, if I couldn't get a VW, because everybody would like to have a VW, but I'll just get a van, you know. They do make conversion kits that have pop-up tops. It's really cool. They make all kinds of groovy things to convert vans into mobile homes, you know. And that's what I would do. I'd actually build my own. But if you can get a bus, I highly recommend it. People say that, you know, they have a lot of breakdown issues, and my experience, my honest experience, brother, and this is the truth, is I've had the 70, the one I'm in, mine I've always had, and I had my 73. My 73 had a completely different setup, different braking system, different engine, everything. And it seems like to me the 70s, like the 1970s, you know, and down, like 69, 68, and 67, when they came out with my bus, the type of bus, you know, the bus, the look at it, they changed from this bus to my bus in 67, 68, depending on who you talk to. But they changed that up. But the 1970 bus, this particular model, is really easy to work on. The brakes, a lot of stuff, especially the engine, because it's the little bug engines, the little 1600 engine. That was the big flaw in Volkswagen, is they never could design an engine proper enough for these old buses. Never. they tried, and they went with the Porsche engine, you know, like the 1700 and above. Like my 73, I put a 2000 cc Porsche engine in it. It's the same thing that's in the buses, but Daryl souped it up. And it had all kinds of issues. It did. It was just a dang old Volkswagen. But so far, this bus, a 1970 Westfalia, and it could be, you know, you could get, you know, just a regular 1970 Transporter, and maybe they're just as good. Transporters are without the camping equipment. They just got the seats. Easy to work on. The brakes are easy to work on. Parts are decently easy to find. $6:21. I'm just keeping an eye on the time. So yeah, man, it's a cool bus. And what I like about it, or what I like about the YouTube deal, is I have been able to put my very first road adventure in this bus, very first adventure trip in this bus on YouTube. You know, it was my trip to Roswell, New Mexico back in 2001. 2001, think about that. 17 years ago. Like, it's a head trip, you know? I got video on YouTube at 17 years old. Wild stuff. But I mean, I just uploaded it this past July. So you'll see the bus like it was when I first bought it. It was just plain Jane. Plain Jane. I've never named the bus, and I don't know if I ever will. Maybe someday I'll have a contest. I'll name my bus something groovy, you know. I don't know. I've thought about different names, but to me, the bus has always been the bus. All right, I'm gonna finish my coffee. Pour the last of my coffee in here. Oh, coffee. Coffee goodness. Yeah, I spilt a little coffee. Spilt a little coffee. Let me clean my mess up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more adventures in the bus. Much love, Brother Tampa J. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. It's good talking to good friends, you know, good kind talk, good stories. Heck yeah, brother, man. Thanks for watching, man. When I get, in the evening time, when I get back to the bus and I start editing and uploading my video, I try to watch as much as I can. And I try to make my rounds, you know, on YouTube. But I got so many people I like to watch. It's just like, sometimes I just got to catch up. So I had a couple groovy people tuning in this morning. I got to keep an eye on the time. Guess I can start cleaning my coffee pot here in a minute. cleaning your coffee mechanism. I don't know what it is in your neck of the woods. It could be a Keurig, Mr. Coffee, whatever the case may be. My experience with these machines has been keep them suckers clean if you want your coffee to taste pretty decent. I don't know. I'm a picky coffee drinker. I like good tasting coffee. I can tell when, if you go to like, let's say one of these restaurants, you know, like high chain restaurants, not like expensive, but let's say like for breakfast type, you know, there's many pancake homes and whatnot, breakfast places, you know, I'm not going to give them any support, but you go to any one of those, and sometimes you can taste that they've ran the coffee filter 2 or 3 times with beans. Morning, Brother Mark. I'm just cleaning my coffee machine up, having yip yap time. Sorry, I'm gonna finish what you said here. Just say good. Oh heck yeah, good morning, brother. I'll be heading out to work at 7, 6:50ish, 7. I gotta pick up my friend James. Take him to work. And work. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Auto parts I go, you know. I ain't gonna complain a bit, dude, because it's a job. I get paid every week. Like tomorrow, I get paid. Once I get hired on the company, I'd be a paycheck every 2 weeks. So that means I know I'll be paid every 2 weeks. And that's what I dig, you know. It's the only thing I dig about that. When I was young, it was weird. It was like, I thought a lot of different. Exploring Rye. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, drinking coffee, hanging out, man. Thank you for bebopping in at the BW bus, man. It's a good morning to hang out. 17 degrees outside my neck of the woods. It got super cold outside. Not so much in here. It stayed about 65 here in the bus. And you drink coffee like a fish? Dude, I drink coffee in the mornings like a fish too. I'll have 1 or 2 cups of coffee. I think I had a little bit too much caffeine explosion yesterday. After lunch, I decided I was going to take a 5-hour energy shot, which was wrong, and drink one of those Starbucks pumpkin spice frappuccino somethings that you know, it comes in a bottle. And when I woke up about 1:30 this morning with a pounding headache, like I mean, it was a bummer. Went back to sleep, and my coffee's getting rid of my headache decently. Let's see what you said, my brother Mark. Oh, I don't want to report no actions. It almost made me report actions. I don't want to report no actions. Let's see, I've watched a lot of Star Trek. All right, man. Fish. Arr! I love Star Trek, man. I always have. I like the ones where they travel back in time. You know, like what was that, Star Trek 4, where they go back to San Francisco to get the whales. That was one of my favorite ones, to bring the whales back. And I like how they utilize San Francisco in the story plot. Like it goes through the futures and stuff. And then I like the one from the Next Generation where they go back and I guess it's First Contact. That's another one of my favorites. Exploring Ryan. Yeah, man. Exploring Ryan. You guys are down there in Florida. I'm making it to Florida. That's my first trip on my when I get a vacation through the company I work for, is going to be Florida. I'm going to go straight east, cut down to Florida, and then I'll come back along the Gulf and cut up through like Houston, back up to Oklahoma. So I'll do that, and then like on the next one it'll be like another one going through like the Midwest up towards like Chicago and all that groovy jazz. Because like I was talking about earlier, I've never had a job where I get benefits. I know I'm 41 years old. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I've never had a job where I got benefits, man. It's always been I had to pay for my benefits and whatnot. Well, this company has full benefits. I need eyeglasses. I need all kinds of jazz. So that's what I dig about it. I'll have some benefits, and then I accumulate my days off, like for my paid vacation. If I don't call in sick so many days, you get so many days. You on your way, Mark? Heck yeah. All right, brother. Peace, love, and BW grease, my friend. Drive safe, safe travels. Get there in one piece, man. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands upon the wheel. That's some Morrison right there, man. I still am. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Doors fan. I love the Doors. I love Jim Morrison stuff. I love Robbie Krieger's music. I love Raymond Manzarek and John Densmore. They're all good musicians. Just poets and musicians. Plus, you know, I'm a big Venice Beach fan. I was at Venice Beach every weekend, basically, that I could when I lived in Southern California. I was there a lot. Sidewalk Cafe, I eat there quite often. If you guys ever watched a movie called Southland Tales, they shot quite a bit of that around Venice Beach. I seen a lot of that get filmed when I moved there. It was really cool. It was my ex-wife's first introduction to seeing movies get filmed, because they would shut down, you know, just streets and stuff in LA to film movies, which is cool, which is real cool. That'd be cool to see, you know, like photo bombing of because it's like everybody's got phone cameras. I mean, especially like if you're on the Pacific Coast Highway and they shut that sucker down for like driving scenes. You know, I've seen a lot of the driving scenes for what the heck is that? It's a TV show. It has the guy from Al Bundy in it. He played Al Bundy. Ed O'Neill. It has Ed O'Neill. I can't remember the name of the series, but they were filming that quite a few times along the Pacific, because I had to drive that sucker a lot, taking people to the airport. What is the name of that? The Modern Family or Modern something? Something, I don't know. Cheers for the coffee. So yeah, I got my coffee pot cleaned up. I always run a set of water through it just to get it all cleaned up for tomorrow, so it tastes good. I like good tasting coffee. My mom sent me with some of her coffee beans, or her coffee. She mixes it with, I don't know. She says it's just Folgers, but it's Folgers and other things. Nothing illegal. Other coffee blends. And it's always a good wake up. I love having my mom's coffee. Something about mom, like Kentucky Ranger said. Says something about mom's cooking, mom's coffee. You know, if you're blessed to have a mom, it's good to have a mom right now. You know, I know I've talked to a lot of folks out there, especially one in particular that she don't have a mom this Christmas, and it's her first Christmas without mom and dad. So I can imagine we'll all be there someday. I know my first Christmas without my pops, that was hard. I know Mr. Mark and I have talked about our pops many times. Mark Fun Jones, my buddy Mark Fun Jones, MFJ. If you guys are hip to that type of thing. So yeah, it's been a good morning. My headache has definitely subsided. I don't want to get it back. And I'm pretty sure I got it from the dang old energy shot and the caffeine. So when I pick up James, I'll be like, I should have listened to you. Because he could tell he was not cool with it. Not like it was bad or anything. It was just like, that was not good for your body. Where's Mr. Ranger at this morning? Mr. Ranger didn't want to eat his Ranger breakfast. He didn't want to eat his Ranger breakfast this morning, so, which sometimes he does. Like yesterday, he didn't eat his breakfast till we got to the city. And it has his pill. I always put his pill in, because usually I buy these little treats you put your pill in. Well, I didn't this time because he's been eating out of his breakfast and his dinner. Well, I hope he's feeling okay today. Hope his tummy, because he's had a lot of treats the past few days for Christmas. He's had his pig's ear that he got. He got a pig's ear for Christmas from Daddy. And then last night Kevin got him these really, they're doggy treats, but they're not so good for doggies. Come to find out, I used to give him the Ranger, and they kind of are not good for doggies. So, but he got like 4 or 5 of them while we're hanging out with Kevin and his family last night. So I didn't say anything because I was just grateful for Ranger to get presents. Ranger got all kinds of presents this Christmas. I'm gonna look at the time here. 6:35. I officially got like 10 minutes for this broadcast. So, Brother Mark, I hope the weather is warm down there in your neck of the woods, man. If you're still, or not Mark, sorry, Ryan. I pushed a button. I seen Exploring Ryan said later, Mark, and like I said, I'm still trying to wake up. I woke up at 1:30 and laid awake for about an hour with a gnarly headache. I learned my lesson. If that was the case, if that was from that energy shot in the coffee, I learned my lesson. It was just I was really tired yesterday, and like I said, I've been sick, just getting over a stinking quick 24-hour head flu, or maybe it was a 48-hour. I don't know. It got me down. Still in the 60s. That's still nice, man. Like, I can play disc golf in the 60s. Anything below 55, it's like, whoa! The old plastic, not the discs I use now. The discs that you use now are basically called like Candy or Champion plastic. The old discs, like the DX plastic, man, the old stuff. I don't have one to show you. Anything below 55, they would shatter sometimes. And last year I had a big Condor. I throw these big old fat ones, and they're all approved. But I'm one of the weird people that fly weird discs and just beat them at their game when I beat them with discs that they don't fly. But I threw one last year when I was playing in the woods, and it's flying along, and it's the size of a record. Hits a tree and it shatters, just boom. I was blown away. And I was like, whoa. I mean, I've seen them do that, but this one exploded because it was an older one. This is one from like the mid-90s. Just exploded. So I buried it right there, my Condor. I had 3 Condors. I got 2 now. My disc bag is up front. I would show you, but it's up front. I got my stuff all fixed up to keep it warm in here. When it gets cold, this is what I do to keep it warm in the old VW bus, man. I cut off the cab area because the cab area, don't need to really heat that up. I'll bring the topper down. Of course, I'll throw an extra blanket on the window over the curtains. Not just for privacy, but just to help everything keep warm. And it stays cozy in here. I mean, last night it dropped down. It's still 17 something out. It dropped down. And the heater does it, it works. But everybody's heater, even like people's homes, when it gets this cold out, if you're living here, your heater is a cranking. It won't stop. And that's the unfortunate part for the summertime. That's what I was talking about. Your air conditioner goes the same thing. It just runs constantly. And what you doing, boo boo? Hide Ranger. He's doing his Ranger thing. But yeah, your air conditioner runs constantly. Maybe shuts down like 2 o'clock in the morning for 30 minutes because it finally cooled off enough to shut down for a little bit. So in the summertime, this bus will be parked underneath shade, like this summer. I've had people ask me if I'm gonna, once I sell my house, I'm having my house for sale. Believe it or not, I own a house in Ponca City. And it was something that was supposed to be taken care of, like for the divorce, but I'm not getting in that. But once that sells, people ask me, are you going to get an apartment? I don't know. When the summer comes rolling around, I have a whole brand new air conditioner that I have. I got it acquired from working this summer. This guy gave me a brand new air conditioner, so I got to build a new air conditioner box, which I've been wanting to do. And this thing will freeze me out. It already freezes you out, but the trick is to keep it parked underneath the shade all day. So I probably won't get an apartment. I'll probably just keep on trucking in the van life because it's something I like to do. And like I said, even in the summertime, it's not bad. As long as you got it underneath the shade, it will stay, 70. What's up, boo-boos? Oh, love that. Keep an eye on time. 6:40. Oh, so yeah, I'll be saying my goodbyes here in a few minutes because I got to start up the Jetta. Yours truly forgot to buy sandwich bread yesterday when I went and bought water. I bought coffee creamer, but I forgot the sandwich bread, so looks like I'll buy a vending machine lunch today, even though I don't want to, or I'll just go down to the dollar store and get my bread and bring my peanut butter. I think that's what I'll do. I'll bring my peanut butter and jelly and have my bread. All that jazz. Because I try to bring I do bring my lunch when I work with my friend Kevin. When I was working with my friend Kevin on construction, he liked to go to lunch every day, and I couldn't afford that, so I'd bring my lunch just in case we didn't go, but most of the times he bought my lunch. But I'm not one to be eating out during lunch because A, it's not really too healthy for you. B, I always get sleepy. I come back and drag. Hey, Mr. Ranger, how are you doing, boo-boos? About ready to go work soon? Yeah. Hope he didn't catch my little cold. Like I said, he didn't eat his breakfast this morning, but that's nothing too big. Alrighty, brother man. Thanks for hanging out this morning, exploring. Brother Ryan, I do appreciate it. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas, and brother, you're gonna have a most groovy New Year. You know, YouTube is on its way up for the new generation of YouTubers, man. And it's cool to watch everybody just kind of climbing, you know, just like climbing that groovy little hill. I was talking to a guy about YouTube yesterday that I work with, and he's really hip on the YouTube thing, and he goes, "Yep, that thing is a phenomena." So, well, I guess however you want to look at it, brother. But thank you for hanging out, man. Yeah, I'm just glad that you hung out today, man. This morning with Exploring Ryan. Yeah, man. All right, brother. Peace, love, and VW grease, my friend. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Well, I guess on that groovy little note, I'm going to say my goodbyes too. My goodbyes. Because I'm going to get around and boogie woogie, head to work myself. Thanks for the chit chat, everybody. Everybody that's tuned in today, Exploring Ryan. Go check his channel out. Mr. Mark Fun Jones. You always got to check out Mr. Mark Fun Jones' channel. He does fun art. Fart for short. Shelby. I do appreciate Shelby tuning in. Tampa J, as always, brother Tampa J. You guys are groovy people. I love you guys. And for you folks that'll be tuning in later on today, good morning. Enjoy your cup of coffee. It's been good chit-chatting. I love everybody. As always, be kind to one another. Love one another. Be totally grateful for every single moment of the day, because you just never know when those moments will change. Peace, love, and Volkswagen grease.